Happy holidays, everyone, and welcome back to another RockSoldier72 predicts the NFL. And this week, Week 16, we're going to predict who's going to win. So let's get started. But before we do that, let's have a quick little recap of what happened last week. Here we go. So we only got 3 wrong this last week, which is pretty good. Rams actually beat the Buccaneers, which, okay, cool. Jets, Cowboys. Jets beat the Cowboys by 3 points. Chiefs, Ravens, they're just keep winning and winning. 34-14, Chiefs win it. Patriots and Titans, Patriots win it. 33-16, Vikings and Bears. Vikings are looking hot. 38-17 after losing 2 in a row. Falcons actually beat the Jaguars by 6 points. 23-17 is the final score. Seahawks and Browns, 30-13. Seahawks win it. The Browns were looking good for most of the game in the beginning, but that was it. Steelers and Broncos. Broncos pretty much had to lead the whole game, but Steelers came back and won. Steelers win 35-27 is the final score. Cardinals and Eagles. Man, oh man, that was a blowout victory for the Cardinals, and they won it 40-17. Texans and Colts, now they're in first with this victory. 16-10 is the final score. Redskins looking hot. 35-25 is the final score. Got that one incorrect. 38-35 is the final score for the Panthers and Giants game. You know, the Panthers were pretty much winning the whole game, 35-7. But then the Giants come back and tie the game up 35-35. But then you think the defense will play good after that major comeback by Eli and the Giants offense. But no, it's all the defense is falling. They blew it at the end, man. 38-35 final score. Packers and Raiders, you know, Packers looking hot. Bengals, 49ers, Bengals win. And Chargers and Dolphins, Chargers win 30-14. And Monday night, Drew Brees got hurt in this one. 35-27 is the final score, and the Lions won. So I only got 3 incorrect last week. Now let's move on to this week. Tonight, Thursday night, let's see. We got the Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. It's Charles Woodson's last game at home, so I feel like the Oakland Raiders are going to win it for them and beat the San Diego Chargers. Next up, Saturday night, the Eagles versus the Washington Redskins. I know the Redskins need to win, and then they'll go into playoffs. But if the Eagles win, the Giants still have hope. So I want the Eagles to win, alright? So then the Giants still have hope. The Giants have to win this week for them to have hope. So hopefully this all works out for the Giants. But you never know. If the Redskins win, the Giants' playoff hopes is all over. And so is the Eagles. Next up, we have the Colts versus the Miami Dolphins. And I feel like the Colts are going to be victorious in this one just because I feel like their team is just better coached than the Dolphins, if you get what I mean. They just have a better team, but Andrew Luck is still hurt, so I still feel like the Colts are going to win this one. Next up, we have the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid's been helping his team out, making them win every game. So I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs are winning this one because this season, once it begun, they weren't winning that many games. But after that, Andy Reid pushed them and made them win some games. And now I think they have like an 8-win streak. Congrats to the Chiefs. And I feel like they're going to win this week against the Cleveland Browns. Next up, we have the Cowboys versus the Buffalo Bills. And Matt Castle's now on the bench, and welcome Moore to the starting quarterback position. Tyrod Taylor at the other end for the Buffalo Bills. And I feel like the Buffalo Bills are a better team. Even though LaShawn McCoy's hurt, I feel like the Bills will win this week. Next up, we have the 49ers versus the Detroit Lions. 49ers just haven't been playing great lately, so that means I'm going to pick Detroit Lions. After they got that successful victory against the New Orleans Saints, I feel like they're still going to beat the 49ers because I feel like the 49ers are a worse team than the Saints, so yeah, Lions on top. And now we have the Steelers and the Ravens here right now. Let's see. The Ravens suck. So, Steelers for the win, baby. Let's go. Steelers all day. Antonio Brown looking hot. Big Ben, you know, that offense. D'Angelo Williams filling in for Le'Veon Bell. Looking pretty good. Next up, we have the Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. The Rams, they did beat them earlier in the season, the first game of the season, but I feel like Seattle will come on top and beat the St. Louis Rams. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Chicago Bears, and I feel like Tampa Bay and Jameis Winston will lead their team to victory against Chicago Bears since the Bears are out of the playoff race. So, Bucks on top in this one. Next up, we have the Patriots and the New York Jets. I feel like this one's going to be an upset with the New York Jets winning because Ryan Fitzpatrick has been leading his team to some wins lately, and they're just looking hot, and they're in the wild card race right now. So I feel like the Jets are going to win because they've just been playing consistently really, really good lately. So give my Jets a win right here. Next up, we got the Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Panthers, they just been playing unbelievable lately. They couldn't hold the lead that much during the Giants game. They were holding it for a lot lately, and then it got tied up, but they still found a way and won it. Cam Newton is just leading this team to victories. He's going to be the MVP this year, so watch out. Panthers on top of the Atlanta Falcons. Next up, we have J.J. Watt's Texans versus Marcus Mariota's Titans. Oh wait, Marcus Mariota's hurt, so that means Texans automatically win. Texans on top of the Titans. Next up, we have the Saints versus the Jaguars. And next up, I feel like, since Drew Brees is hurt, I feel like the Jaguars are going to win. Blake Bortles been playing great lately. Who else? Yeah, they just been playing great. Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns, all their wide receivers just looking hot lately. So I feel like the Jaguars are going to be on top in this one. Next up, we have the Cardinals versus the Green Bay Packers. Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals did win last week against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's because, the Eagles suck. But let's get to this. The Cardinals versus the Packers. Cardinals, they've been winning a lot of games, and so have the Packers. But the Packers, I don't feel like they're qualified enough to beat the Arizona Cardinals in this one, so Cardinals are going to win all day. Next up, we have the Giants versus the Vikings. And this game is without Odell Beckham Jr. since he got suspended with the Josh Norman incident last week. And Josh Norman got fined over like $20,000. And yeah, Odell is not playing in this game. But I really think if Eli can lead his team like he's been doing lately, even though they lost last week, he's still helping this team out. He's still finding ways to score points. Eli Manning will win this week against the Minnesota Vikings. Just because I feel like Eli is an elite quarterback, and he's been playing great lately. Even though he might have an interception a game, it's not his fault. Last interception was because Hakeem Nicks fell. But I feel like him and his wide receivers will pull off a victory today, and the defense will play like this Hulk right here. So I feel like the Giants are going to come on top and beat the Minnesota Vikings without Odell Beckham Jr. And then next week, they'll go into the Philadelphia Eagles and come and try and beat the Eagles and try and go into the playoffs. That's my hope, and that's what I hope for. So hopefully the Giants can win this week against the Minnesota Vikings, and then maybe we have a shot if the Eagles win and beat the Washington Redskins. Next up, we have the Bengals versus the Denver Broncos, and this is a Monday night game, ladies and gentlemen, and I feel like the Cincinnati Bengals will win because Brock Osweiler, I don't feel like he's a good quarterback for this team, and Peyton Manning's not playing this week. So that means they're going to lose because they had to lead pretty much the whole last week. But, guess what? The Steelers won because I feel like, and then the Bengals, they have a better team than the Steelers, I feel like. But since Andy Dalton isn't playing, this might make them lose. But I still think the Bengals are going to beat the Denver Broncos. Those are my predictions, ladies and gentlemen, for Week 16 in the NFL. And can you guys please leave a like on this video? That'll show me that you should support this channel and that you like this content, and I'll keep continuing with it. And next week is the final week, so yeah, can't wait for that to predict, be cool and all. So make sure, guys, to leave a like on this video and to subscribe to the channel for playing more prediction videos coming your guys' way. And that's all I have for you guys today. RockSoldier72 signing off.